So in my previous video I talked about the fourth watch, and now in this video I'm going to explain why I think it's significant, and I'm going to show the actual passages from the Bible. I'm actually going to read them. So first of all, as there are 12 months in the calendar, also the Hebrew one, the last is the month of Adar, which is from mid-Feb to mid-March. So if we divide the 12 months, what is the because 24 hours in a day, let me just do a really quick recap of this. So as there's 24 hours in a day, and then we want to see those last 3 hours from 3 in the night to 6 in the morning. So that's going to be 12 and a half. So then if we divide the 12 months in a similar way, then it is actually 1.5 months is 12.5% roughly. So that's the last 3 out of 24. Because the last 3 out of 12 would be these 3, and then it's the halfway point is in here. So then half Shevat, where is that? Jan 15, Feb 15, it's in the end of January. And in my last video I actually pointed out to this day, which is here, calculated more precisely. It is actually to 28th of January when the last Nightwatch begins. But yeah, the real point of this video is, why is this fourth Nightwatch significant, and how does that connect or root itself to the Bible foundation? So it's actually listed in 3 of the Gospels. I'm going to start with Matthew 14. And it happens here on starting from 25. And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them, walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit, and they cried out for fear. But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And it continues. And then in Mark 6, let's start from 45. And straightway he constrained his disciples to get into the ship. And in my previous videos, this would be the ship of Sagittarius, which has the alignment on the 17th of January, so in 3 days. And to go to the other side before unto Bethsaida. And now I think every word, every number, everything is significant in the Bible. So then what does Bethsaida mean? It's house of fishing, house of hunter. So hunter and fisher, it's interchangeable in Hebrew language. It's just hunting for fish. It's a hunter. And we are all fishers of men. It's like the other side of the coin. Satan tries to hunt us down, and we try to fish people. Isn't that amazing? So we in the ship, where are we going? To Bethsaida, house of the fishermen. Home. Going home. As a Rapture reference, perhaps. While he sent away the people. So there's Jesus is left on the shore and sending people away. People that did not go onto the ship. And when he had sent them away, he departed into a mountain to pray. And when even was come, the ship was in the midst of the sea. So there's some time passed between when they got on the ship and then they're in the middle of the sea. And he alone, so Jesus alone, on the land. So this is talking about the blindness of Israel, because Israel is idiomatically always land, and Gentiles are the restless sea. And he saw them toiling in rowing. Even though they're experienced fishermen, they knew that, sea, that part of the region very, very well. Probably been there maybe hundreds of times fishing. For the wind was contrary unto them, and about the 4th watch of the night he cometh unto them. Who? Jesus, walking upon the sea, and would have passed by them. But when they saw him walking upon the sea, you see, they were watching. They were in the boat heading to the house of the fishermen. They were heading home. They were watching. Otherwise Jesus would have passed by them. But when they saw him walking upon the sea, they supposed it had been a spirit, and cried out. It must have been an amazing sight to see a miracle like this. I wonder if, seeing Jesus in the clouds in the Rapture, it's also a miracle, something unfathomable. They supposed it had been a spirit and cried out, for they all saw him and were troubled, and immediately he talked with them. I mean, we will all be troubled as well, I think the only way to stand before Jesus is, on the knees. And immediately he talked with them and said unto them, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And he went up unto them into the ship, the same ship. And the wind ceased, and they were sore amazed in themselves beyond measure, and wondered, for they considered not the miracles of the loaves that happened just a few hours before this. Jesus fed with few loaves thousands of people, but they already forgot that. They were thinking about this new miracle right now, for their heart was hardened. And I think this miracle of the loaves, the revival in the past few months has been making a lot out of something very few. Yeah. And when they had passed over, Passover reference? I'll talk more about this in the next videos. They came into the land of Gennesaret and drew to the shore. Gennesaret? I thought they were going to Bethsaida. Gennesaret is the garden of riches, or princely gardens. That's where the house of the fishermen, the home of the fishermen is. Wow. Alright, the last one in which we find this is in John 6. And when even was now come, his disciples, so Jesus' disciples, went down onto the sea, and entered into a ship, and went over the sea toward Capernaum. Alright. Capernaum is the village of comfort, consolation. Wow. Princely gardens. Home. Village of comfort. Comfort and rest. And it was now dark, and Jesus was not come to them. And the sea arose by reason of great wind that blew. Who is the prince of the air? Satan is raging here. trying to make it hard for the disciples. And the sea arose by reason of great wind that blew. So when they had rowed about 25 or 30, so 25 or 30 furlongs, they see Jesus walking on the sea. Is this a reference to 25 or 30 days after the 17th of January? It's a 1 month or a bit less. They see Jesus walking on the sea and drawing nigh unto the ship, and they were afraid. But he said unto them, It is I, be not afraid. Then they willingly received him into the ship, and immediately the ship was at the land whither they went. Wow. Now, in this book of John, if you continue reading, it is actually talking about the end of days in here. So in addition to the references to the village of comfort, princely gardens, and the home of the fishermen, the house of the fishermen, it is in addition talking about the end times, and that all that the Father giveth me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out. It's time to get on that ship. I am the bread of life. And in the end of this passage is the reference to the Holy Communion. It is the Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit, and they are life. But there are some of you that believe not. For Jesus knew from the beginning who they were that believed not, and who should betray him. I mean, people, humans, not even angels, not even Satan. No one knows. God knows. Jesus knew who is going to do what. We don't know. So anyone can be saved, and it is the will of the Father to save everybody. Jesus answered them, Have not I chosen you 12, and one of you is a devil? Imagine Judas seeing all the miracles, everything close, so close, still betraying Jesus. It's incurable. So that is why I think the 4th hour is significant. And going back, so I'm going to end it up in here. The 4th hour, the 4th night watch, that starts mid-Feb. And we get on the boat. No, it starts end of Jan. And we get on the boat mid-Jan. Isn't that perfect? Thank you.